Hello, my grown-up learners. So once again, welcome to your grammar sessions at your own learning platform, Learn Forward. And we are here to start another new chapter from your book, The Grammar Hub for Grade 8 by Feathercap. What's the topic today? It is about punctuations. Yes, chapter 19 of your book, Punctuation, in which we talk about special marks, which are very important indeed to convey the complete meaning, but they are often ignored. So let's be particular and let's learn about these punctuation marks from the beginning. What are these punctuation marks? We'll know about them later, but let us first read out some sentences here. When we speak, we use pauses and intonations and voice modulations to make our meaning clear. In writing also, we use punctuation marks to do so. Marks of punctuation, they lend clarity to our writing. They make the meaning clear. Without them, we might even misunderstand the meaning of the writer. Now, let's look at this. What are you looking for, Anjali? Now, if you look at this sentence, do you see any punctuation mark here? Only a full stop at the end. So, this sentence means I am asking somebody that what is he looking for, Anjali. That means the person is trying to find out something for Anjali. But if I put a comma here, what are you looking for? I put a comma here and then I say Anjali. So how will I say this out? I'll say, what are you looking for, Anjali? That means Anjali here is the noun of address and I am asking Anjali now, what is she looking for? So the two sentences make a difference just by putting or removing this comma. So it is that important to take care of punctuation mark to make your meaning clear. Now, when you say this, do they mean what are you looking for, Anjali? What are you looking for, Anjali? Oh, there can be another way also. So if I say the same sentences, what are you looking for, Anjali? So that is a surprise for me. I am shocked to know that somebody is looking for Anjali. Are you looking for Anjali? That means, don't you know she is out somewhere for a party or anything else? Then why are you looking for her? So it could be another way. And what are you looking for, Anjali? That means I am talking to that what are you looking for? Are you looking for Anjali? So many meanings when we change the punctuation marks. So let us learn about them one by one. Full stop, it is put at the end of the sentence. Everybody knows, but then they are used in abbreviations also, which is not very much in use these days, but then they are used like MA, that is Master of Arts. So in abbreviation, we use them. Now, normally, we just write MA like this, right? Now, for the initials also, SP Verma, Mrs. N. Subramaniam. So we are using full stops there in between. Next is the use of comma. So when do we use? There's a long list of use of comma to separate three or more words of a single part of speech. So when there is a list of the same type, Ishan is an honest, sincere and laborious boy. So here we are separating different qualities of Ishan using comma. To separate the groups of words joined by and, all people, rich and poor, high and low, young and old celebrate Diwali. So we are putting them in different categories and we are separating them using comma again. Coming to the next is after the nominative of address. So if you are addressing somebody, like if we are in our previous example, we were talking about Anjali. So Anjali was the noun of address there. And if here we are talking about ladies and gentlemen, so we are addressing everybody present here in the crowd, in the group. So ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry for being late. So you are addressing ladies and gentlemen. You are separating this nomination using comma. Next is after the nominative absolute. That means the weather being fine, we went for walking. So you are separating these two clauses using comma. To indicate phrase in apposition. So here phrases are also in apposition like Gandhiji. So we are telling about him, Gandhiji, the apostle of peace. So we are separating, this is the phrase in apposition, is immoral, mortal. To avoid the repetition of a verb in a sentence. So we are avoiding repetition of verb and we are saying I bought a ball and my sister a doll. That means you want to say my sister bought a doll, but to avoid using verb you are putting a comma there. To separate adverbial clause from principal clause. So if we have just we learn about conditionals where we just separate these two clauses using comma if you are using the if sentence first. Before non-defining adjective clauses, we have learnt about defining and non-defining clauses. So before non-defining adjective clauses, Shah Jahan, who was a Mughal emperor, built the Taj at Agra. So this is the non-defining adjective clause. Before and after it we use a comma. To separate reported speech from reporting verbs. So what who said? The player said comma, then hooray, this is put in inverted commas. After yes or no in the sentence, yes, I go to school daily. No, I don't go to school daily. Before some coordinate conjunctions, he was angry, still he kept quieter. So this is the coordinate conjunction. So before some of the coordinate conjunctions, we use comma. We went twice to the doctor, still he did not meet. When date is separated from the year, we use a comma like January 10, you are separating 2016. Now next is semicolon. It represents a longer pause than comma. Like to separate the clauses in a compound sentence, you are a sincere and honest leader and all will vote in your favor. So you are separating clauses in a compound sentence. To separate loosely related clauses like speaking makes a man ready, writing makes him exact. So these are related but loosely related. So we are separating them using a semicolon. Next is colon, where we still take a longer pause than a semicolon. It is used before enumeration, example, etc. As the important national festivals of India are the Independence Day, the Republic Day. Now next is inverted commas. We use them in quotes when we are talking in direct speech. He said, the pen must be yours. So the words of the speaker are put in these inverted commas. Mark of interrogation, we all know at the end of questions and at the end of question tags. Mark of exclamation, when you have the interjections or you have the exclamatory sentences. Apostrophe is used to show possessive nouns like this is Amit's umbrella. That means the umbrella that belongs to Amit. Or for contraction of words also, do not, we write as don't. So there also we use apostrophe. The next punctuation mark is the dash. How do you use it? A dash is used to introduce an explanation in the middle of the sentence, like everybody, who everybody, you are giving an explanation. The spectators, the players, the journalists, and then you are putting a dash again, praised her performance. So this is the list. You are introducing this explanation. Who all are you including in everybody? And the next use of dash is after a list of items, when this list is followed by an explanation like friends, colleagues, relatives. This is a list, and what explanation are you giving about them? None came to his help. So this is another use of dash. Next is hyphen. It is almost like a dash, but it is smaller, and the use is also different. These are used in compound nouns, like when we are talking about son-in-law. So this is a compound word. It is used in compound adjectives also. A two-story building. So two-story, in between we'll be using a hyphen. It is also used with compound numbers, like when we talk about 37. So we put a hyphen between 30 and 7. Last but not the least is the use of capital letters. You know the first letter of every sentence is a capital letter. Each line in a poem, it is not about a new sentence. Each line, you can just read any poem. Each line will begin with a capital letter. First letter of all proper nouns and adjectives made from proper nouns. They all start with capital letter. All nouns and pronouns used for God. May it be sometimes you use he, then also almighty. All these words, whenever you talk about gods, whichever position in the sentence it may take, it will always be capital. Pronoun I and the interjection O, wherever used in sentence, they are always capital. First letter of names of political parties, newspapers and magazines, these are all in capital letter. Each word there actually is in capital letter. Every letter in initials, they are also written in capital letters. So this is the list of the uses of capital letters. Coming to your test of knowledge, what you have learned from here. We have multiple choice questions. Punctuation is the right use of different marks. A new sentence must begin with a capital letter and end with a, it should end with a comma, semicolon, colon or full stop. Exactly, full stop. Capital letters are used in the first letter of all common nouns, abstract nouns. It is proper nouns, of course. Coming to the next, which punctuation mark indicates still longer pause than indicated by a semicolon? First is comma, then is semicolon, and the most powerful one, the biggest, longest pause is with a colon. Are you feeling tired? So which punctuation mark will you use at the end? This is mark of interrogation. You are putting a question. Now next question says punctuate the following sentences. So we'll just recall all the points whenever you are using any of them. It is the beginning of the sentence, so T will be capital. This car was bought in Bhatinda is a proper noun, name of a place, so B will be capital. This is end of the sentence, so we will put a full stop. Like this, you will be doing each and every correction of punctuation mark and capital letter here in each of the sentences. Let's do this. Do you know? This is the beginning of the sentence. So D capital. When you say the rule to yourself like this aloud, you will be able to learn them and retain them. Remember always. Do you know what UNO is? An organization. This is the abbreviation. So each word will be capital. Each letter will be capital. And because it is a question, so mark of interrogation. So ask yourself, give an answer to yourself before making any correction of capital letter or punctuation marks here. Next question is add commas where required in the following sentences, and some may not even need a comma. This is the book that this is the school that I went to. We don't need any comma here. Please have some tea, Maya. That means you are talking to Maya. Maya is the noun of address. So we'll put a comma, separate Maya using a comma. While we were waiting, we listened to good music. So we are giving a pause here. So we'll put a comma here also, right? So similarly, you'll be just reading out other sentences and putting comma carefully. Next is punctuate these sentences. So again, a good exercise of all the punctuation marks here. Mona, M will be capital. Now, because you are saying something to Mona, you'll separate it using a comma. Now, what are you saying? This is another sentence that is starting, so G will be capital. Mona, comma, get me my bag, please. So, again, it is said Kim. So, that means this is your direct speech. You will put them in inverted commas. Said Kim. K is a proper noun, so you will start it with a capital letter and end it with a full stop. Reason out each mark you are putting, and I'm sure you'll be able to make it perfect, children. So another 9 sentences here for you to practice. I think I could make punctuation marks easier for you, and I could make you understand how important each punctuation mark is. So do remember each punctuation mark, use them carefully, not only in your speaking but in your writing also, and we'll have more fun ahead with grammar learning. Till then, happy learning, children.